Hi, my name is Andrea Peacock, and I'm going to be taking you briefly through Task Stream, TPA, Task 1, Subject-Specific Pedagogy, Social Science. I'm just now completing my TPAs, which are due November, at the end of November. So I'm not finished yet. I'm still working on Task 1. My subject is high school social science, and my TPA for the case study number 1, as you can see, the grade is high school, content areas history and social science, subject matters United States history and geography, and it takes you through the standards and the learning goals and the class description. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just taking you through what I'm designing so far. Basically, I am doing a web quest scenario. And so my instructional strategies include student-centered, teacher role as the facilitator, cooperative learning in small groups, role play, inquiry-oriented, mixed simulation web quest, whole class discussion, differentiation, technology. And here are my resources. And basically I'm using the California EEI website for this. It's great. It's access to California education for the environment. It comes with a wealth of information, lesson plans. They don't have web quests. I designed that myself. So here are my procedures, the lesson setup time. So basically I go through all of this. I tell them to access prior learning, what the students will learn in this lesson, the web quest definition, how I'm going to divide the class into small groups of 4 to 5 students. Very, very detailed in my TPA. And the teacher takes on the role of this facilitator and walks around observing the groups, offering ideas and suggestions and posing questions, guiding their learning rather than teaching at the students. My student activities. Basically, the web quest scenario is very simple. It's part of the group will role play the part of an agricultural energy corporation in post-World War II North America. Your company is looking for a region to establish itself that is rich in natural resources. The other part of your group will role play the part of an environmental protection agency or advocacy group. Your investors want to know why you would, 1, locate to the specific region, and 2, what types of short and long-term environmental impacts on the region would you project based on the type of company. Your company has successfully operated in your selected region since 1967. The year is now 2014. According to the Environmental Protection Agency and the local advocacy group, your company has had several negative impacts on the local environment and economy. What have they identified, and what are at least 2 possible solutions they propose? Student activities, there's day 1. Students get into their pre-assigned groups. Students access the internet and go to the EEI website and find their specific EEI fact sheet assigned by the teacher. Students access WebQuest and start to conduct research, analyze, and discuss their specific issues. Students collaborate to create visual posters to display their WebQuest findings using either poster paper and markers, or they can utilize technology such as Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or Poster. Their visual posters should represent your company's specific region and why they chose to locate there, your company's natural resources, environmental impacts on local economy, environmental problems as presented by the EPA or advocates, combined solution for both parties. Day 2 is 45 minutes. The student groups will present group findings to class in short oral reports. All students must participate. Full class discussion will follow presentations. Additional, students will create an online blog or reflective journal answering the following questions. To complete this assignment, they can access in class during the whole unit assignment throughout the month, or they can access the CMS and do as a homework assignment. CMS, of course, is a course management system, or it's also referred to as a learning management system, such as Schoology or My Big Campus or Moodle. Discuss why you feel it's important to understand the environmental factors presented in the WebQuest assignment. Would you consider a career in agriculture, energy, EPA, or advocacy, and why? How can you do your part now to help the environment in general? What resources could you use to help you? And in conclusion, Close out the lesson by connecting students with technology they use and access every day. They can tap into the following examples of apps and resources available for use on various devices, including mobile phones, tablets, and home computers, that will keep them motivated and interested in learning about and becoming an advocate for the environment, and that promote lifelong learning. And I list some apps there, websites, movies, print materials. And this all goes to subject-specific pedagogy. And then I go down to number 2, and I start to explain, based on your knowledge of the content and student development, explain why instructional strategies, student activities, and resources you listed in question 1, 2 are appropriate for this class. This case study's content area includes history and geography, content standards 11.8.6. The rationale for instructional strategies, student activities, and resources that are appropriate for this class are as follows. Collaborative student-centered strategies. Student activities. And I go through academic and career paths and homework. And then in 2B, I've designed it so that to address the developmental needs of these students, the rationale for how the developmental needs of students in grades 9 to 12 are addressed in this lesson is as follows. Understand connections between the lesson, content, and life outside of school. This is very important. This will be addressed in my PDQP. Develop advanced thinking and problem-solving skills. I've addressed that as well in here. How they develop socially and handle the intense social peer pressure to conform with maintaining individuality. I also address that here. Differentiation, extremely important to reach all levels of learners. Digital citizenship. Now, I'm including this in every single lesson plan I create, including my TPAs, because I feel this is mandatory now with all the technology we're using. 2C, help these students make progress toward achieving the state-adopted academic content standards for students in this content area. And so I go on to explain here the key factors in helping students progress toward achieving state-adopted Common Core content standards are as follows. State lessons objectives clearly and explain the goal of the Common Core standards clearly. Use multiple resources aligned with the Common Core standards. Motivate and engage students through the use of technology. Make sure to differentiate teaching for English language learners, students with special needs, and gifted and talented students. Conduct assessments, both formative and summative, often including quizzes, Q&A, whole class discussion, blogging, journaling, and student portfolios. Make sure you are making relevant real-life connections. Make sure you develop relationships with your students so that you can tap into their personal interests to motivate and enhance learning. Remember to promote lifelong learning by providing students with resources. Practice the 3 R's, relevancy, rigor, and relationships. Make sure as a teacher that you are constantly reflect upon your lesson plans and make adjustments where necessary. And that's the end of case study 1. In the other aspects of my PDQP, I will be also presenting a screencast of other elements of my TPAs. Thank you.